Mainly two techniques. The close technique, which we remove with the special cannulas, special lasers that I have, and the open technique, which is the cut. With none of those techniques, no one is able to remove it 100%, right? Because the product goes like inside of your own tissue and become kind of part of your own tissue, right? With the close technique, we can remove about 30 to 40%. If the case is to remove. I know your case is different, but I'm just giving you.
I was kind of thinking it's not to focus on removing it that much. It's not the removal, it's the deformity. What if we just left it and just like it's deformed? Like in my clothes, it looks. You can see the deformity.
So dice ella, está deformado, ¿verdad? Pero
Sí.
dice, y si no le saca
Not
tanto,
necessarily take it out, but just fix the deform. Like
porque dice
like
ella, tal
all
vez
of
no le
this.
tienen que sacar todo, ¿verdad? Pero quiere que,
Like all of this right
como
here.
todo eso, por ejemplo, quitárselo para
Can you just like
subirlo,
take this out and lift it?
o va a tener que sacarle todo.
Vamos a ver, vuelvo y te digo, con las imágenes C, pero esto va a mejorar.
That will definitely improve.
Sí, en un 100%, porque ya va a quedar lineal, se va a ver una sola con textura de la piel,
Okay.
no va a tener estos pliegues,
Okay,
ya
yeah.
no va a estar.
You won't have what's happening there. You will have a nice, just rounded shape. But he has to see how the tissue is and how much he has to remove. He doesn't have to remove it all, no, but he will have to remove some of it.
La idea es dejarlo lo más... Vamos a tener que quitar casi 15-20 centímetros de piel.
He's gonna have to remove skin to bring it up.
Right. Exactly. I figured that.
But the tattoo.
I'm not worried about that.
not worried about
No. I figured that though. It's like it's a lot of loosage.
¿Cuáles son las que sientes adelante?
So he wants to, can you show him the two that you feel in the front? So dice ella que ya sabiendo, ya tocó, ya vio cómo la forma, que si va a poder tenerlo redondito, pero no lo quiere plano, no lo quiere muy largo, ¿ya me entiende?
Eso va a depender mucho de lo que yo vea en las imágenes que me va a llevar.
Okay, that depends on the images that he sees, that he needs to see those images to really
Si
tell
tenemos gran cantidad de tejido sano, ese tejido es el que me va a formar el nuevo glúteo.
you. Okay, so if there's still good tissue in there, that's the tissue that will help him form a nice round glute. It just depends on the tissue, what condition it's in. He won't know.
So basically, what you just witnessed is me having a sit-down consultation with Dr. Lipo. Dr. Lipo was going to be the one who was going to originally do my silicone butt shot removal. But when I went to him, he explained to me how the process would work if I went to him. But he also explained to me that he specializes in BBLs and 360 lipo and mommy makeovers, not in biopolymer removal. So he recommended me to have a conversation with Dr. Camacho. And as I sat down with Dr. Camacho, one of the things that I wanted to happen was I did not want to remove all of the butt shots because one of my concerns is that I didn't want to have a flat butt. I did not want my butt to be flat. I cared about the appearance of my butt after. And so as you listen to me talk to him, I'm explaining to him, don't remove it all, just remove enough and make sure that you make it look aesthetically pleasing. But as you listen to him, you're gonna also hear, or you probably heard, that he said, depending on my tissue. So I want each and every woman that's gonna go and have this procedure to understand that our tissue gets damaged differently according to how the injections was placed and how our body responded to the injections. One of the things that I hoped and I prayed that my tissue was not damaged, because if my tissue was damaged, it was going to aesthetically affect the roundness of my butt. So thank God he was able to use my own tissue. I thought I was gonna have to do a BBL, which is something that you can't even do at the same time as the silicone removal or the butt injection removal. So I want you ladies to know that if you do get butt shots, which you shouldn't say no to butt shots by polymers, if you're gonna do something, do BBLs. But if you do it and you cannot keep the roundness or the look that you want, you may have to come back for a second surgery because a BBL and butt shot removals cannot happen at the same time. So one thing I'll tell you all, I'm grateful. Thank God my tissue was not damaged. So he was able to manipulate my own tissue and to give me the desired look that I was hoping for. And also I will say this, know that the post-op care is extremely important. There's a lot of you all that are not going to understand, like, why do I have to stay in Colombia for a month? It's because the post-op care, the massages, the tapes, the wound care, it's very important that a professional does it. And I would tell you that one of my experiences here was that this is their project. Like, I am their project. So if I leave them and go home and have somebody else do it, they don't know how this surgery, or can I say revision, was supposed to turn out. It's not their project. And so just know that, keep in mind that you may have to stay here for 30 days. You're watching this video and I'm filming this video right here with me in this green on day 32. But the video that you're watching is as I was preparing for my surgery. So keep in mind, y'all, that again, your shape depends on your tissue and it depends on your post-op care. I highly recommend Jhoanna. Her post-op care is incredible. The way she tapes me up and takes care of the wound, I look fabulous. I couldn't have asked for a better post-op nurse to take care of my wound like Jhoanna. I'm gonna explain more, and so I'm just gonna come in and pop in and do some commentary so that this entire journey would make sense to you, because some of you all are watching this for entertainment and some of y'all are watching this for the blueprint. Okay, so keep watching.
One of these is Corey. This one's mine. Let's see here.
So we just arrived to Colombia, and I'm still trying to get my equilibrium together because we just landed. But I'm excited. So let's see. This journey is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for my new chapter. Chapter 43, baby. So what you're now watching is me on my journey to 43. Many of you all know that I'm big in the numerology, and everything is a sign and everything is spiritual to me. Everything is teaching and talking to you. So I decided that 4 plus 3 is number 7, and 7 is the number of completion. So I wanted to complete some of the trauma, some of my childhood trauma, some of my decisions that I made that was holding me back. And so what I decided to do is I decided to go for it. Dr. Camacho gave me the confidence that I needed to really believe that he had what I needed to have a successful surgery. Remember, I told you in part 1 that I was afraid to get this surgery because I didn't feel that none of the doctors that I had consultations with gave me that confident feeling that I could do this and I'm gonna make it look good to you. Not even that. Like, nobody gave me the confidence that I was gonna survive through the surgery. So if you watch Dr. Camacho, that is actually my doctor, y'all, Dr. Camacho, who changed and saved my life. I'm so grateful that I was able to meet him in Miami. I don't know if I told you all this, but what ended up happening was that I saw him post some pictures on Instagram that he was in Miami. And I reached out to Tanya and I said, hey, let's see if I can have lunch with Dr. Camacho. I did share that. And so, y'all, this is us actually having lunch on my yacht. And I told you all that he came into my master suite and I pulled up my dress and here it is. You see his face. He was very confident. You know, everything that he was even describing as he was lifting up the skin and making the little incision lines. That's literally what he did to my body. He literally saw it before he even did this process. And so, you know, we came to Colombia. Before we got to Colombia, I will tell you all this. We had to do a lot of work. Shouts out to Tanya. Shouts out to Vanessa for coordinating all of the things I had to do. I had to do an MRI because it's important to see if the butt shots migrated to different areas. So I had to do an MRI. I had to do all this blood work, this blood panel. And what I end up doing, because I have iron issues, as a matter of fact, 99.9% of women are iron deficient. So I want you all to know that if you're going to have to go through this procedure, one of the things that I would encourage you to do, this is what I did. Of course, I take NutriBurst every day, but I had to slow down on my NutriBurst intake, and I exchanged my NutriBurst for Life Drops. I took Life Drops because of the B12 and the biotin in the Life Drops. I took Floridix, which is a liquid vitamin that you can find at your local vitamin shop. I also began to eat more fruits and vegetables, and I don't even eat red meat, but I began to eat red meat because I wanted my body to be strong. I'm not a girl that stresses out a lot, so I already was minimal on stress, but I really became very minimal on stress because I wanted my body to be strong to be able to handle this surgery. So we actually started our journey to Colombia. Those are the things that I started to do for my health. And we actually made it to Colombia on February 19th, 2021, 2 days before my birthday. And we were able to celebrate my birthday here in Colombia. Shouts out to Dr. Camacho for welcoming us in. Oh my God, he made me feel so comfortable, from allowing us to come to his office, and he gave me another consultation, and he read my MRI, and he shared with me the risk and the liability of this process. However, he felt very confident that we were going to be okay. And then we went to his house and spent time on his ranch. Now, this is not something common that everybody's going to experience, but I'm just so grateful for the favor that I have, that I was able to have that experience with him, because he gave me such confidence that he had love for me, and I just wasn't a patient. And that's one of the things I would say about Dr. Camacho and his staff. Like, you're gonna feel the love, you're gonna feel the genuine concern. You're not just another number coming through the slaughterhouse. You are a human, a spiritual being. And as a matter of fact, they call him the soul surgeon. He is known as the soul surgeon. So ladies, a lot of times you want a recommendation, and I'm here to tell you, I don't really endorse people, but I strongly endorse Dr. William Camacho in Bogota, Colombia. An amazing experience to have this level of love around you during your procedure. So as you watch this video, know that we went to Colombia. I was able to spend my birthday here in Colombia. And as you continue to watch the video, you're gonna see actually what happened on February 24th, the day that I was most excited about going into my surgery, the day that I knew that I was about to get the butt that I wanted, because again, my confidence was impacted. I want you to know that I woke up that day from my surgery to very devastating news. So stay tuned, keep watching, because you're gonna see the devastating news that I woke up to the day I woke up after my anesthesia, thinking that my butt was done, only to find out that when the doctor cut in me, something happened. Stay tuned, keep watching.
Another important thing, the fasting. It's a minimum of an 8-hour fasting, meaning you can't have any drinks, no liquids, no food at all before surgery, at least 8 hours prior to surgery, okay? So if your surgery is at 10, the latest you could eat would be at 12 at night, and something very light.
Sección linfática. Acá pasa el vaso, está el callado aquí, y hacia atrás, disecando, vamos a encontrar nuevamente el otro vaso que va pegado al linfático. Aquí se ve la vena, pero con un linfático. Está la vena y está el linfático, pero con características no muy agradables por la coloración y el tamaño. Y que no nos gustan las características de calcificaciones, la coloración. Esto que pudiera estar relacionado con alguna otra patología de base. Entonces vamos a hacer una extracción y hacer el estudio histológico.
What you just witnessed was the reason why Dr. William Camacho was not able to go through with my surgery. Those nodules that was on the front of my panty line, when he went inside, thank God, to remove the butt injections, he started in the front. And when he opened me up in the front, he saw those nodules that were not the color that he expected. And because of the color, he was not confident enough to move forward. Though I woke up devastated, I was so devastated. When I say I was so devastated, I wanted to die. Imagine going under, literally going under, believing that this is the day that you're going to be able to get your confidence back, just excited about chapter 43. And you wake up to the devastating news that we were not able to remove your butt injections because the color of the nodules in the front. But I would tell you all, now that I look back over that experience, I'm grateful to know that Dr. Camacho was thorough enough to know that this didn't look normal, because we later found out, because I had to do a lot of tests. I had to go do a vein test, a special test to see if the butt shots had got etched on or lodged on, shall I say, to any of my veins, because that is a possibility that the butt shots can move and attach to different arteries and veins and all kind of stuff, right? It could even go to your lungs and your heart. It's crazy what can happen, how these butt injections have a mind of their own, and they could wake up and move whenever they feel like it. But thank God I went and got my veins tested out, because not only was I able to find out that those nodules are part of my lymph nodes, and the butt injections, some of it is on there, it can't be removed, but it could have affected my life. I could have got lymphedema, my legs could have had an issue with draining water and fluids and all that. So thank God Dr. Camacho knew to stop and not proceed. And thank God I was able to get the confidence within myself as well to know that, okay, delayed but not denied, because not only did he discover that, but what ends up happening is that Dr. Camacho has very great insurance. He is very highly insured. His surgeries are covered, through insurance. And I'm sure every doctors have insurance to cover procedures, but Dr. Camacho insurance company didn't play, because I was thinking that, okay, sew me up, the vein situation goes through, I'm good. All right, boom, I'll get surgery 2 weeks from now or a week from now. Well, guess what? His insurance company would not let him give me another surgery procedure until 60 days after surgery. And so I end up getting ab sketching. Thank God he did something while I was out, though I didn't need it. My abs was already popping. Some of y'all already know that, but he did it. I'm grateful for it, because it really accommodates my new shape. However, I just want you all to know that if you are going to proceed to get your butt injections removed, I do highly recommend Dr. Camacho, because you want a doctor that's very thorough and is going to make sure that you do a bunch of tests. I also had to see the cardiologist. As you watched some of that video, you saw the monitors on my head monitoring my brain. The anesthesiologist was with me during my procedure. They was waiting there for me. They was there when I woke up. Again, I can't speak for any other surgeons, but Dr. Camacho's team, very thorough, very supportive. And also, if you are going to go through with this procedure, you definitely would want to have Tanya, Coach Tanya, by your side, because she is going to help you to understand the things you need, from the pads to the funnels to the creams to the pills and the garments. And she was very instrumental in this whole project. So you just watched the second phase to this process. Stay tuned, because you're going to see more of what ended up happening, because I ended up having just to go home and come back. And so you're going to see what happens after I come back. And that's when you're going to be able to go behind the curtains, and you're going to be able to really see what my butt looked like before. You're going to be able to see what was actually cut off, which you kind of already saw, but you'll see what actually came out. And hopefully by the time we release the third video, we will have what was the substance that was removed from my butt. So thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you know anyone that is dealing with the same situation, share this video with them. Don't judge people. You have no idea why a person would get butt shots. You don't know why a person would get BBLs. I mean, you don't know why a person would get surgery, guys. Low self-esteem is an epidemic in this country, and it affects a lot of people. So you'll be surprised how people do things to increase their value and their self-worth. And a lot of that comes from our peers, our husbands, our wives, our brothers, our uncles, our friends, that make us feel that we're not good enough. So I want to encourage the person watching this video to compliment people, tell people they look good, tell them they look nice, make people feel like they are the most beautiful person in the world, because you would be surprised how your compliment can go a long way. So say no to illegal butt shots. If you must do BBLs, do that, but say no to illegal butt shots, and just know that 10 to 15 years after you get that procedure, you're gonna see a change. And so my name is Stormy Wellington, also known as Coach Stormy. Thank you for tuning in. Part 3 will be coming soon.